So in this video I will show you how to download AWS Linux version 2, which we generally use uh, while we are creating any Linux instance on AWS other than Ubuntu or CentOS. So this is the Amazon created operating system, a modified version of the CentOS to which is more simplified and only a CLI version. We don't have any GUI version for that unless we install any UI related installs in that one. It's like a minimal version of CentOS, kind of CLI version of it. So if you want to download that and use it locally or on your ESX servers in your office network, you can go to this link. This is the link they provided. You can just pass and note this link if you want. First and foremost thing is they are not providing any ISO file to install the operating system from scratch. Instead they are providing a OVA file. It's a predefined virtual machine we just need to import. And while you are importing, you need to do some configurations, right? While during installation you will set all the username, password, machine name and all. Here in the OVA file, instead of doing that configurations manually or in the screen, they have provided as configuration files, which we need to create a bootable ISO file from these files, and then we need to boot from that ISO file as a configuration. So let's see what is that ISO file is. This is seed.iso file. It contains two files. One is metadata. This contains settings like machine name, network settings and all. This user data contains the username, user account and the password offered and all other settings. So to create this, once we create these two files, let me show you. And for doing these steps is available only either in the Linux or in the Mac OS. So what we can, so for the I am using a Windows 10 machine. So that's why what I will do is I have a VMware Workstation Pro installed on my machine. So this one, in this one I have installed a Windows 10 machine and an Ubuntu machine. I am just powering on this Ubuntu machine. So before that, let me create these files locally. So this is metadata and user data. So this metadata I am copying, meta-data, data. Let's keep this extension at present. Ignore all this, just keep all these network settings as it is. You don't need to change, because anyway we are not going to put this much. Another one is user data. You see it is using default EC2FN user is the default username when we are creating a Linux instance on AWS. Just copy this. User data. And you see here we need to set the username and password, right? And also there is one more thing is every time you restart, it will try to read this configuration, network configuration. So that's why if we copy this setting, it will only do that for the first boot. Understood. So let me copy this, and default username is ec2-user. uh, so ec2-user password, what I will keep is I will keep like uh, let's keep this only, or just type password, just password is the password, ec2-user is the username. Now uh, the next thing, we need to create a SAM. These are the basic configuration. If you want more configuration details, you can go to this link. You will get other sample file there with many other settings. So you can see that one, and you can also see the modules, what are the supported ones here. So this GenISO image is the default tool available in this Ubuntu machine. So what I will do is I will copy these files there. As VirtualBox tools are already installed, let me try whether this can be copied directly or not. Yeah, if not, you need to use any WinSCP. Now open a terminal, right click and open a terminal, type ls. Okay, now we need to rename it mv metadata, remove the extension. Next, user data, just I'm removing that extension. Extensions are removed. What is the next step? Yeah, just copy this. It will create an ISO file in the same link by picking these two files. Okay, dollar is also copied, just removing that. So it created seed.iso. Just copy this. Oh, outside copy paste command is not working, so let me try vm edge. Okay, so let me see the IP address of this 192.168.0.10. So this is a local server, and just clicking it. Yeah, so this suite.iso, it's got connected. I'm dragging and dropping here. Previous file is there, it's just I'm just closing it. This is the file. Now boot file is ready with the configurations. Now we need to download the ISO file, image, I mean Linux image of this Amazon Linux VM2. So click this VM. I am using VMware workstation, right? So use this VMware. You saw this WoW file, right? Just download this. When you click that, the download will start. And I have already downloaded. This is the file. This is 691 MB. Just hold shift and right click and click on copy as path. Open this machine, file, open, paste. You can see on the desktop it is visible. Just open. It want to extract in the my documents of VMs. Just click import. You can keep the machine name here, or you can keep it default. I am keeping Amazon Linux 2. Just import. Just click on settings. There is no CD-ROM here. Just add it. CD-ROM, finish. and select this ISO file and select this seed.iso which we created. Click OK and check the settings. Network I kept bridged only, so it will directly connect to the my home router. Power on this machine. Select the first option. Once you click mouse click, the prompt will go inside. If you want to come outside, click on Alt and Control, the mouse will come outside. This Ubuntu machine is not necessary now. I am just turning it off. Just loading. In the meanwhile, see the user data I have provided. This is the password for EC2 user, and metadata. These are the IP addresses I set for this network. Generally, it's better to see the configuration of your local network and set the IP address like that. But because you need to connect to SSH if you are going to ESXi machine, that's why. But as it is my local system, I don't need to connect it directly through SSH, because permit is directly available from this console itself. So I'm just waiting. It will take a bit of time to load for the first time. And one more thing, this is the ISO file link for VMware. Sorry, raw file. And another one is the steps we followed. These two links I will provide you in the description also. So this is the, you see the metadata. Local hostname I kept as VM hostname. So this is the machine name, it got set automatically, VM hostname. If you want, you can change this one. So here the username is EC2-user. Password what I pasted, password ESSWRD. Yeah, got logged in, EC2-user. Let me type IP-AS. What is the IP address I got? We didn't get any IP address because the bridge network IP system is different here, right? So that's why. So what we can do now is as it is configured for the first time, we don't need the SCD.iso file later, through which we are getting this metadata and user data. So I am just turning it off. Shut down now. Oh, that requires a root user. So type sudo in front of them. It got shut down. So now click on edit virtual machine settings. This CD-ROM, delete this. So there is no CD-ROM at all. So it won't boot from SCD.iso next. So click on power on. Select the first option. Only for the first time we need that configuration. Second time it will take a bit more time than the first time. You see it's a bridge adapter. Yeah, got logged in. I got login screen. EC2 icon user password. Got logged in. Now we type IP space here places. You can see now I got the IP address. It's creating, but I hope you saw the IP address already. Now if on Windows you type terminal. If it is not available, you need to go to the Windows Store and search for Windows terminal, and you will get this one. Or if it is not available, this is the simpler way. Or you can go to add or remove programs. So thing is, you need to enable SSH on your machine even before terminal also. SSH will be enabled by default. If not, you need to go to add or remove programs and need to turn on the optional features SSH, or you can go to settings and click on apps, click on optional features, open SSH. You need to install this, or click OK, terminal or PowerShell directly. Yeah, so in this one you type SSH username EC2 icon user @ machine name or IP address. Machine name will be 192.168.0.3. Yes, access tenant. Okay, I need to permission. Okay, or you can install putty also. IP AS 192.168.0.3. ping 192.168.0.3. One thing you need to observe is this is not the same configuration file we kept in network IP address we set in metadata, because that is only coming for the first time, but later onwards it is automatically picking from the DHCP server as it is bridged. How to connect to Linux machine using PuTTY and Windows Terminal or PowerShell. You can see my other videos for that. And as part of task for this video is to create Amazon Linux locally on VMware workstation. The same steps you can follow for VirtualBox or ESXi or anything. You can just go through the steps I mentioned in the Amazon document. So that's it. Shut down now. Sudo shut down now. Yeah. Thanks for watching this video.